everyone, it's Casey. The sun is going down, so I'm kind of chasing the sun with the remaining time. But without further ado, I'm going to review for you the GEOLICA One Day Daily Contacts, Disposal Contacts. These are the Magic Color Soft Contact Lens. And as you can see from the packaging, hopefully you can see that, these are the big size 14.5 millimeters in Bluey Gray. Now I have actually worn the other ones before. I just didn't have time to film a review with the same one, GEOLICA One Day Eyeniq Magic Soft Color Contact Lens, and these are the Glam Brown, and these have a 13.5 millimeter instead. So I'm actually wasn't aware these are 14.5 millimeters. I generally don't like to wear super massive diameters. One, because they're a little bit more drying, I suppose, and they're much more massive. But either way, actually these are 14.2 millimeters. I'm not sure what G diameter means. And these are a diameter of 14.5. These have diameter of 14.2 for the Glam Browns, and this is the information for the Bluey Gray. So, oops. Yeah, these are the information for the Bluey Gray. So it is a 14.5 diameter, BC 8.6. Again, I have no idea what that means. And the color is Bluey Gray 14.5. So it makes my eyes look massive, and I normally don't like that because I feel like the contrast between my natural eye color and the lenses are so huge that people would say my eyes have shrunk, but they haven't. It's just that these are so much bigger. But anyway, this is what they look like. So this is the packaging. Hopefully you can kind of see it. What's more important is the actual contact lenses. So you can kind of see here. Hopefully you can see. I think that's kind of clear. It's kind of a bluey color. Let me dim my lighting so you can kind of see. There we go. So this is the Bluey Gray, and you can see there is a little bit of a golden hue closest to the pupil, and on the outer rim is this very pretty blue and black and white and sort of grayish four-tone color. I suppose that's what they're calling it. And while I'm at it, this is the Glam Brown. So it looks very golden, and it has that little outer rim that's sort of a dark brown. So that is what makes your eyes look much bigger in comparison to my favorite Russian golds. So this is what these two look like. So hopefully you can kind of see them. I'm only going to be reviewing the Bluey Grays in my eyes today, obviously for this one. But if you want to see a review for the Glam Brown color, let me know down below, or any other contact lenses you want me to review, like the O-Lens, Russian Gold, or any other contacts. I have actually many other contacts I could review. Just let me know down below. I'll maybe list the ones I do have if I remember of the ones I can review. The other ones I have are green colored. This one was a Bluey Gray, so I was hoping it would somehow look kind of green, but it looks blue. So it is very blue versus it looks much more blue in comparison to green, but that's okay. I still do enjoy them. So let's talk about the price. The price, I really don't remember the exact price. I got them from a contact lens and eyeglass store in Shinju. I will list it down below if I could find their website or Facebook page, or I'll probably link their information down below if you want to buy in Taiwan. I want to say they were 499 NT dollars for 10 lenses, so you get 5 pairs in this box. I have no prescription, so I need daily contacts that are disposable. I don't need month-long ones. I only wear these for fun or for filming. So for 499 NT dollars, that's about like 16 or 17 bucks. I've seen it go for 20 bucks on some websites. Again, I don't trust buying online. I would prefer to buy in store. But I think for the price, it's from Korea, it's imported. I'm not surprised. You'll probably be much cheaper if you are in Korea. So if you're in Korea, check out the Geo lenses. It's a Korean brand. I have worn the, like I said, the Glam Brown out from 8 a.m. all the way up till about 9 or 10 p.m. I want to say 9 p.m. So I wore them well over 12 hours and they were extremely comfortable. I did not use any eye drops. They got a little bit dry around hour 11, I would say. Yeah, towards around like hour 11 I was feeling a little bit dry, but I still managed to keep them in all the way until I got home, which was about 8 or 9 p.m. So again, like 12 to 13 hour wear. It was very comfortable for the most part. For the Glam Brown, I really didn't notice any color like when I shifted my eyes. But for this one, I sometimes here and there will notice a shift in color, meaning that when I move my eyes, my pupil will be covered by the colored part of the contacts. Could be the shape of my eyes, or because the, like I said, the very center part, the middle part of the contacts has a little bit of color. So as I shift my eyes, sometimes I see a little bit of that hint of gold, but it's not a huge problem in comparison. These were surprisingly comfortable. I've worn these ones today from about 12 o'clock, so it's about 5 hours, and they still feel very comfortable. They're easy to pop in, and they're very easy to tell if they're the right side or not. With some colors like browns, it's hard to tell, but for this one, because the color side is going to be more vibrant compared to the underside, which is the one touching our eye, is going to be a lot paler. So yeah, this one was very easy to pop in for me, and the shape was very good. I've come in contact with some contact lenses. In fact, speaking of which, I have worn very uncomfortable contact lenses before, and I was very surprised. This one, I believe, oh, it is made in Taiwan. These are by Caricon, the Chic One Day Color contact lenses, and these are kind of pretty, but they're not comfortable, and I would not be repurchasing these again after I finish wearing these. But yeah, these were so dry. I only wore them, I think, for 5 or 6 hours, and they were so dry they bunched up in my eye. Like, I thought I would lose them. It was literally bunched into half of a contact, and I ran to the bathroom and yanked them out of my eye. Would not buy these again. And it could have been that one single pair. However, you know, the first time I'm using these lenses, and they were kind of wonky in shape. They were not perfectly round, whereas the Geo lenses were nice and round, no tears whatsoever. So yeah, it was perfectly fine with the Geo lenses. If you want me to do a review on these ones, I can when I've got the time, and I do happen to pop these in. Wouldn't wear these ones for a long time, however, maybe only for filming. So in all fairness, I've only worn these Bluey Gray ones in filming indoors all day today, but I did wear the Glam Brown ones all day outside, running through all of Taipei with pollution and everything, and these were perfectly fine and comfortable. These ones still very comfortable in comparison, especially to the Caricon ones. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the let's pop them in my eyes. So this is my natural eye color. As you can see, it is very dark brown. And this is my natural eye shape, or eye diameter, I suppose. So I'm going to pop in one of the contacts for the GEOLICA Eyeniq Magic Color in Bluey Gray in one eye, so you could see what it looks like. So the difference. So you can see the difference. You might see a cat. So these are very easy to pop in. Okay, I'm kind of just crying, so please ignore that. Obviously I have it in my right eye, and you could tell what a huge difference. It gives you that dolly, wide-eyed, big-eyed look. And so these are quite big. These are four tone big size 14.5 millimeters wide. Now normally I prefer 14.2, so it looks far more natural. I just feel like if I get used to wearing 14.5 millimeters, people will just think my eyes have shrunk, you know? So I don't like to wear these quite often. I do like them for filming, but besides that, nothing else. But anyways, so let's take a closer look. My eyes are still watering, so please ignore that. So I'll try to look straight ahead and not look into the viewfinder. But as you can see, there's quite a huge difference in the diameter. And here's a closer look at the color with my natural eye color being the dark brown. And then the blue. So you can kind of see it's really on the rim on the outside. Kind of just glancing to review myself at the moment. And so when I take a look, there is like an inner rim of a very light golden color closer to the pupil. And I will have to say sometimes I do see color in this case because the pupil section is a little bit smaller, I would say, compared to my normal other lenses, which have a wider center for my pupil. So I'm going to pop in the other side so I don't look insane. So I finally popped in the other side, and I am still kind of crying, so please ignore that. I'm going to get nice and up and close so you can see the color now. And I do like these. I do prefer more of a green, to be honest. But the intricacy of the pattern is quite nice. The highlights, I guess the sort of whitish parts, kind of give you that sort of glazed, innocent dolly look, which isn't a look I normally personally go for, but some of you may like that. So I'm going to pull far away, and you could kind of see my eyes look way massive, like a doll. And I'm not against that look. I prefer a 14.2 millimeter or smaller generally in comparison to the 14.5. These are massive. I didn't notice that actually when I purchased these. But in terms of the color, I'm going to show you kind of in the packaging. Hopefully you could kind of see that. Yeah, the blue show pops pretty well on my dark brown eyes. So I'm actually quite pleased about that, in that the coloring is quite good. From afar, you could see the blue as well. The highlights are really pretty. So yeah, it does certainly give me that sort of colored eye color look more obviously, whereas some other colors don't look as obvious. For example, I have worn the brown ones. These are also the GEO lenses, the Eyeniqs in Glam Brown, and this just looks straight up brown on me and just makes my eyes look bigger, but just brown. So I don't see a huge difference. I feel like if I'm going to wear colored contacts, I want to see a difference. So hence, once again, my absolute favorite ones are the Olens Russian Gold contacts, because they're, I believe, 14.2 millimeter. They don't make my eyes look that much bigger, but they just make my eyes look golden instead. And how I feel about blue and green eyes, they're okay. I think they're fun. So I just wanted to try something a little different. I'm not a huge fan of blue eyes personally. I do prefer green over blue, but still gold over the rest of them, or hazel. That's it for my review for these. I hope you found this helpful on my dark brown eyes. If you have any further questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I will see you all later. Bye!